Greetings and welcome to the first ever episode of Random Packet Loss. Today we have a casual game from the Norwich Tuesday meet. We have Darren on the left playing Spark and myself on the right playing Geist. Now, neither of us have played these decks very much. This is my second time ever playing Geist. And I noticed Darren, I think he said it was his first time playing this deck. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. So we open up with Spark, just store a couple of emotes, res a advertisement, making me use a credit. Of course, for those who don't know, Spark's ability is the first time it reses an advertisement each turn, the runner loses a credit, which is very annoying. Okay, so Geist is just going to draw, install a tech writer, and soil hopper. Here you need tech writer credits, and there we go. And install a crowbar. Of course, Geist's ability is the first time you use every time you use a trash ability on a card, you draw a card, which makes the trash ball breakers slightly less awful. I've left myself on 0 credits, so nothing for Spark to deny at this point. So Darren's just going to install over R&D and install an upgrade in HQ, which I can only assume is a product placement. Now the thing is that he can res that product placement at any time to deny me a credit after I click for one, so we'll see if he does that. So Geist is just drawing up. This is kind of a what tends to happen with Geist in my experience. You just end up drawing up a lot in the early game, hoping to get those tech writers, mainly not tech writers, tech traders, the one that which gains you a credit each time you use a trash ability. So you kind of want to hold off on using trash abilities before you'd get the tech traders. So we've got some Jackson draws from Spark. Still haven't managed to gain any credits for Spark to deny, so I guess that's a hard counter. And then it's installed over HQ. And anything else? Just trashing. Okay, so Geist is going to draw, what a surprise, and it's going to draw, and install another Shiv. So Shiv is the Sentry Breaker, and Crowbar is the Code Gate Breaker. And for those who don't know, all of the disposable breakers are, their strength is equal to the number of ice breakers installed, and you can trash them to break 3 subroutines of their relevant ice type. So it does make it quite hard to run early on, because obviously your breakers, just like at the moment, everything's strength 3. So I have a Spy Camera. This is of course one of those cards which is practically useless in anything except Geist. Also, it has a click ability, which is look at the top X cards where X is the number of spy cameras installed and rearrange them, which is just awful. And its trash ability is look at the top card of R&D. And this is kind of pointless outside of Geist, but in Geist, it's free to install. You get a credit on Tech Writer, and then when you trash it, you're hopefully gaining some Tech Trader credits. And the Geist draw, and you get to see the top card R&D, which is relevant because, you know, given your disposable breakers, you don't want to be running like excessively. You want to be making more kind of targeted runs. So we now have a pad campaign resed, losing me the 1 credit I clicked for some reason. Oh, here we go. So we've got a install and advance behind a piece of ice. Let's see what I'm going to do about this. Fortunately, there's not a lot I can get into at the moment, because here we go, here's spikes, here's the barrier breaker, so I can deal with wraparound. Getting some more tech writer credits, so Third click is going to be, run it. And it's a toll booth, and at this point I'm quite glad I didn't bother taking the tech writer credits first. So, don't have 3 credits, just bounce, can't break it anyway. However, Darren is now only on 1 credit, so he will not be able to score out next turn if that's a 4-pointer. So, looks like I just drew a card last click, I think. Oh, no, I run R&D. I think my thinking was, since he's on no money, he cannot res, so I might as well just take a pot shot on R&D. I wasn't going to run HQ because I'm pretty sure that is a product placement at this point. And I don't want to give him another 2 credits which he could use to score out. So, looks like it's just take 3 credits go for Spark, which is unfortunate to say the least. Spark kind of hopes to have a bit more money at this point, but resing that toll booth really hurts. But it depends whether I can get in next turn, and also whether that's an NAPD or not, because at the moment, I mean, I've got access to tech writer credits, but toll booth is incredibly taxing, and if that's an APD, it's going to be very hard for me to actually get in and pay for that. So I've clicked 1, gained a credit, click 2, install a crowbar, so now I can break toll booth, and click 3, clear the money off tech writer. I think it's at this point it occurs to me that I have enough credits to pay the toll and steal an MPD, but also Darren can res that product placement and deny me a credit, which would make me very sad. So I think at this point I'm just thinking, I've come this far, I might as well just run it and just hope either Darren doesn't realise that he can do it, or just hope it isn't an APD. So I run it, pay the 3, use crowbar to break it, get a free Geist draw, and steal. I think it's. Oh God, I can't remember what the name of that card is. It's the 4-2 agenda, which means that all assets gain advertisement. Can't remember the name of it at the moment, maybe because you never actually see it. It was certainly very interesting card to see. But as you'll see from the other game I recorded, Darren does like to run decks which fall outside the norm. I think it's fair to say. At least that was what I saw today when I played him, which admittedly is the first time I've ever actually played him. So, it's like Darren had a hedge fund and a draw. And it's checking ice. Let's see, and shore up that remote a bit. Now, Geist is kind of snowballing a little bit at this point because I've got 4 cloud breakers out. I mean, 1 more and I can break. Well, I can't break Archangel is the problem. However, I haven't really got anything that's really worth bouncing at this point. I mean, there's a tech writer. I mean, you don't want to hit one of those. Obviously, we've got loads of money. So there's another spy camera. Again, gaining me the free credit. I'm kind of holding off using those until I get some tech writers, because otherwise it's kind of, you're not getting a huge amount of value out of them. It's really a bit sad that I haven't seen a tech writer at this point, because those are the things which really power Geist engine. So I think that term was, I cracked Sports Hopper for 4 cards, installed a bunch, and reinstalled a new Sports Hopper. So now I need the link from Sports Hopper, because I need 2 link for all of the disposal breakers to cost no money. I was just going to score out a breaking news, which seems reasonable. Unfortunately, not getting a trash out of it, but point to point. So I'm drawing a card. Here we We got here. And so I gain a credit and play Tech Trader. And interesting to note, Darren hasn't been taking advantage of the instant speed credit loss, which he has access to with what I assume is a product placement. It's possible that he hasn't kind of realised that is a very annoying power that Spark has, which could just it can just be lose a click sometimes, which is very annoying. So that's going to be another ice on R&D. So I'm going to use Spy Camera to draw a card, gain a credit, and see what's on top of R&D. As you couldn't see if that was anything worth grabbing, but we'll see in a minute. So I install another crowbar, and I'll install another spike. I'll second click. Third click is draw. No, sorry. Yeah, third click is draw. What? Did I take too many there? I'm not sure what happened there, but at any rate, I install an off-campus apartment and install a full guy on it. It's all a bit late at this point, to be honest, the off-campus apartment. I'm not too sure about that. But, as I say, I guess either way, it's a click to draw, so it's even if I install one thing on it, it's kind of credit neutral. So we've got an install in that server that Darren is building, and I think I'm thinking about what I should do about that. I have a lot of cloud breakers at this point. At this point, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 breakers, which means they are all strength 6, which means I'm pretty well set to break anything, I think. Obviously, once you start using them, they go down in strength, and they are limited. Oh, there's another spike. Shiv, sorry, the Sentry Breaker. So that gives me another Tech Writer credit. Second click, check it. I've got to. If it's an Astro, I've got to. So it's no res. Lose 3 credits. Use a crowbar, and it's a launch campaign, which I don't care. Don't have the money to trash it anyway. So I should be gaining a Tech Writer credit, I believe. Maybe I missed that. Okay, looks like it's draw a card, play on the Spy Camera. Yeah, I think I might have missed a credit there. But yeah, doesn't matter. If I had the credit, I would now lose it. So and he's got launch campaign up. He's now got lots of money. Let's see. So I've installed a new remote. Advance. Yeah, nothing I can do. 15 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to use Spy Camera to see if it's worth running R&D. Yeah, can't really see where that is off camera. Sorry if the perspective is a bit funny on this. I tried to kind of warp the image a little bit to make it easier to see the cards on the table, but it does mean if things our hands are a bit out of perspective. But maybe I'll find a better camera angle next time. Anyway, so I installed Breach, and so clearly I saw something worth stealing. This is what's so great about Spy Camera, is that now I know I want to run R&D. So I paid 2 for Breach. So Gutenberg, and I believe I'm counting how many icebreakers I installed, and realised I have enough just to shiv it. So I gain a card in the credit for my trouble. And what else have we got? That's Waver. So this I think it's strength 5. It's a code gate. Yeah, you can see I'm reading it. I believe, if I remember correctly, it's strength 5. It's a code gate. The corp traces me, and for each credit, it's trace 5. For every point the trace strength exceeds my link strength. Sorry, he'll look at my hand, and for every point his trace exceeds my link, he will trash every card which is under that amount. Is that strength or lower? And given I'm Geist, I have a lot of low-cost things. I do not want that to happen, because that's basically my whole hand gone. But yeah, I go and steal an Astro because I saw it off spy camera. And yeah, at this point, Geist is starting to kind of snowball a bit. I mean, like, one more tech trader, and suddenly I'm starting to make ridiculous money. And yeah, and it's like, even though that server is a bit taxing, with a spy camera, I can just run like when I can run when it's relevant, and gain some money for the privilege. So Darren's going to draw. Let's see. What's he up to? So he's going to gain 3 credits, which seems reasonable. Okay, yeah, that is a street peddler. It's occurred to me after the game that I probably should have swapped the proxied peddlers for actual peddlers for the purposes of filming, because they are in my noise deck. But we'll figure these issues out as we go. But yes, that is a street peddler. So I get. I think I draw first and then put the cards on. Obviously, it's not relevant at this point, but if I use the ability on spy camera, it could be. I'm not going to use the click ability on spy camera. I think Jono of near Reading Grid, who this is his deck, I just stole it, was suggesting that he tip-X out the click ability on spy camera just to stop corps from worrying about it, because it's just, you're never going to use it. It's just so bad. It's just never ever worth it. Okay, so I'm drawing cards. What am I running? I installed Scrubber, and I ran the Jackson to pop it, and then I'm going to go and scrub the pad campaign to deny a bit of money there. And I think you'll see me completely forget that Scrubber exists for the rest of the game. I'll say it's my second time playing this deck, so I haven't quite got the strategy completely down yet. So so now I believe it is Darren's turn, so he gets the last money off launch campaign. Drawing mandatory draw. And what's going to happen? We're going to get... So he's a bit of trouble here because he's only on 2 points. And I'm on 4 at the moment. And Geist is kind of snowballing a bit here. So he's just going to money up and shore up that remote. And I guess at this point he could kind of go for a never advance. Because the thing with Geist is that you... like most of your non disposable breakers are like central breakers, which means that running remotes, you can only do it a certain number of times, so you can kind of never advance them out. I think and Darren realises that he can res the launch campaign to make me use a credit. Not sure if that was the most optimal time to do it, but it's I definitely think that there were times earlier in the game when I was setting up, when I was clicking for a credit, he could basically just res that to effectively make me lose a click. But it's cool nonetheless. So that's going to be... So here we go. So I pop the street peddler, which draws me a card, then installing a full guy onto the off-campus apartment, which draws me a card. So getting a bit... And also I should gain a credit for that. Install another street peddler, which I don't know if I'm doing this in the right order, but I put 3 on it, and I should draw a card. So yeah, I think that's the wrong order. I'll have to look this up. But as I say, at this point, it's all random at the moment, so it doesn't matter. So then we're gonna get. What am I doing? I think I'm possibly realising that I haven't actually used. This is the thing with Geist. You have so many trash abilities that you think you've done loads, but you haven't actually spent any clicks yet. So that's to install Tech Trader is. I think I can't see if it's my first or second. No, so that was my second click. Third click is install another full guy, drawing a card, and last click is all passports. So now I can break co-gates on centrals. Excellent. So I'm getting towards the. I think I've got 4 cards left in my deck there. I'm moving towards the point of levy, I think. No, what I want to do first is, find the third Tech Trader, I think, because at that point, like, you just gain an obscene amount of money, like, oh, here we go. So install double advance. Things are heating up. So, start my turn. I'm going to pop full guy for 4 credits, 2 for the full guy, 2 for the Tech Traders, and draw a card. And there we go. And there's my third Tech Trader. So now things get silly. So that was click 1. I'm then going to pop the other full guy for a whopping 5 credits and a card. Yeah, see, I haven't even unflipped those scrubber credits. Install Mongoose. So I've got all 3 actual proper breakers installed, as well as a bunch of. Oh, here I initiate a run on the remote before realising that I don't have anything to break the toll booth. Because obviously passport is central only, and it's I don't have crowbar installed. So crowbar is my only way of breaking remote code gates. So, but I realised this, and Darren lets me take him back because he's a lovely chap, and this is just a casual game after all. So I think that was me checking archives. My heap, just to see that I believe that all 3 crowbars were in the bin at this point, and this deck does not run clone chip. So it was last 2 clicks, same old thing, I believe, for levy. And at this point, I was discussing whether I draw the card before I use levy, before realising that it just gets shuffled into my deck anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, and you'll notice here, I completely forget to take the levy out of my deck. But this is something which comes up later and we resolve. Again, casual game. It's kind of, we're not going to get too hung up about it. But it's the best time to make these mistakes. And I guess the thing is, when you only have 1 levy, you can just, when you draw it, just remove it from the game, and it's like, okay, we'll just pretend that card didn't exist. So Darren does manage to score the GFI, the Global Food Initiative. So suddenly he's on 5 points, and suddenly we have a game, because I don't know what he's running, if he's running Biotic, or if he's just planning, he could just never advance in the server. That's definitely possible. So I've just popped a spy camera to gain 3 credits, look at the top card of R&D, and draw a card. So I like that value. And as I didn't see what I saw off the top of R&D, we'll sort of find out if it was worth it if I actually run it. So that was before using any clicks. And thinking about it, so click 1, I'm going to install another tech lighter, sorry. Click 2, install another spy camera, gaining more tech writer credits. Tech writer becomes disgusting at this point as well, because you gain 3 plus whatever's on it. Checking how many icebreakers I've installed. So I'm going to pop tech writer for 3 plus another 3, so 6 credits and a draw. Last click, run R&D. So clearly there was something worth it there. So I think I paid 2 for the resistor. I shiv through the Gutenberg, gaining 3 credits and a card, and then pay through the waiver and steal an Astro. So I like that value. And this is the thing with Geist, it's like the disposable breakers, once you have tech traders out, like you're getting paid money and cards to break ice, and obviously you kind of have to manage it a little bit because they are a limited resource. But if you're making these targeted runs, which Spy Camera absolutely allows you to do, then you know it does make it very difficult for the corp to keep you out. So the main disadvantage is that it is quite a slow deck, which makes it very good against Glacier and less good against Fast Advance. But it's very difficult to be good at both these days. But okay, so we've got to install in the remote. So it was Jackson, draw, install in the remote. We've got some discards. So now I'm gonna check the top, see if there's an agenda. Draw a card, gain 3 credits. See what's on the peddler. To install another sports hopper, which cost me 2 credits, gain 3 credits back, and draw a card. I should be getting a check writer credit, I think I'll notice in a minute. So then pop sports hopper for 4 cards and 3 credits. I think I'm digging for a way to deal with that toll booth here, because if that's a 3-2 and I don't steal up loss. So there's the crowbar. Get tech writer. And there's a street peddler. Yeah, I think here I realised I don't actually want the draw, so I don't install it on the off-campus apartment. And so that was second click. What am I going to do with my third click? Suddenly remember the scrubber credits. Third click, run. See what we've got. So here we go. So now, so I have enough to break it with crowbar, but I need 2 to get through the server. So I break it with crowbar. Maybe I think I have one on the peddler. So no res, and yeah. So crowbar, street peddler, gain a thing, draw a card, gain 3 credits. Use crowbar, lose 3 credits off toll booth. Gain 3 credits. Use crowbar, gain 3 credits and a card, and get in, and that's the agenda, and that's game. So that was quite an interesting game, that one. And he was running information exchange. So yeah, if I hadn't run that, he would have won. It was So yes, didn't mention before, the most recent pack is Liberated Mind, so that is the new hotness right now, it seems. But yeah, thank you for watching. That was a very exciting game, and I've been Kieran Maxey. This has been Random Packet Loss, and I'll see you next time.